So it's been confirmed that we are in for hefty fuel increases come Wednesday. Over R1.70 extra a litre for petrol and more than R2.80 a litre for diesel. I'm joined now by Layton of the Automobile Association to break it down for us. Layton, good evening. So it's petrol, it's diesel, but it's also eliminating paraffin and the price of gas. Gas going up by R2.25 per kilo and paraffin R2.78 more a litre. That is going to really hit a lot of people hard, particularly as we're heading into stage 6 load shedding from tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no question, and the rolling blackouts are certainly not going to help the mood. With the price adjustments coming on Wednesday midnight or Tuesday midnight, tomorrow midnight. The reason behind all of these increases, Sally, international oil prices, from which paraffin is also derived, and diesel, obviously, these are going higher. These are on the back of slower demand and reduced output. We mentioned in our press release on Friday last week that countries like Saudi Arabia, for instance, have indicated that they're going to continue cutting output, and that's just going to put a heavier toll on oil prices. It's obviously going to make them more expensive. And when we look at the breakdown of the reasons why we're seeing these increases, around 85% of that is because of international oil prices. The price of the product that we are buying is just so much more expensive than it was in July, and that's the reason why we're seeing these increases. Obviously, the rand has depreciated against the US dollar. That's contributed some to these increases, but the big main driving factor behind all of this is those international oil prices.
All right, so the oil price is the main culprit, but as you say, our rand strength is also problematic, and I think it touched 19 rand to the dollar again. So it's going into a slightly weaker phase today. Do you think that we're in for a sustained period of price hikes, Layton, or is it just one of those impossible things to predict?
Look, I mean, I think ordinarily, you would say that it is difficult to judge these things and obviously to predict too far in the future. I think when you look at the average value of the rand against the dollar, and the DMRE in their official adjustment today noted it as well, the rand depreciated from around 1828 to 1867. As you noted, it's now back over 19. How long it's going to stay there, it might go higher, we don't know. As I mentioned earlier, the fact that Saudi Arabia has indicated that it's going to continue its output cuts going into October is certainly not great news. And I think we're looking at the daily figures that are coming from the Central Energy Fund, and looking at what they call those over and under recoveries and seeing which way this is going. Obviously, we'll have a clearer picture towards, the first week, maybe first 10 days of September. I'm not going to be a doomsayer, but if both of these factors don't improve, then certainly the outlook could be bleak.
All right, thank you so much. That's Layton of the Automobile Association. And those price hikes are steep. Paraffin going up R2.78 a litre on Wednesday. Gas increasing by R2.25 a kilogram. And of course, diesel, shockingly high increase, R2.84 a litre. And petrol, both grades up by R1.71 a litre. So fill up your petrol tanks, your diesel tanks, your cars, also your generators and whatever else you use to fuel.